gamers, welcome to Riley's Super Secret Game. This is a game that the players on camera, the people you are looking at, don't know what's happening. They don't have any context outside of this. You now know more than they do. And so we're going to go through this every 5 minutes or so. I'm going to collect their points because I'm going to keep track of them. And then we are going to come together to, give points and see if they can help figure it out. If they can figure it out, I'm going to donate $50. Does that sound clear to everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm used to not knowing what's going on, but that's more of a me problem.
I'm always bound to make you give $50.
I was honestly worried that I was supposed to know things going into this game.
Right?
No, it's called Riley's Super Secret Game.
Yeah, but I played Wavelength with you last night, and you thought that I was going to know the rules to that, so...
I thought you'd figure it out, and you did. It's because I could believe in you. Now, I'm going to start off with some simple questions here, just some kind of... Can I get each person to give me a fun fact about themselves?
Oh, boy. I have no wisdom teeth, not a single one. Born without them, did not get them pulled. I have no wisdom in my body. Government assigned single brain cell at birth.
That's a very fun fact. Who's next with their fun fact?
I can beat that. I only had 3 wisdom teeth, and they don't know what happened to the last one.
What don't know what happened to the last one?
My dentist took my x-rays and said, you only have 3 wisdom teeth that have to come out. You should have a 4th. I don't know where it is.
Where'd it go?
I don't know.
It's in there somewhere. It's fucking lost.
It's growing inside you like Jonas Venture Jr., except teethier.
That's fucking awful. All right.
There is a distinct possibility because mine also grew in sideways, so that was why they had to take them out.
Do you think your mouth knows how teeth work and what the system is for that?
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
They're just doing the best. Andrew, Jeff, do either of you have a non-teeth based?
I was gonna say my wisdom teeth came in pretty regular, so those bad boys are gone. My usual go-to fun fact is that I broke both of my arms when I was a kid. So yeah, there's a good period where it wasn't at the same time, but there was a good period where I just kind of walked around like this.
My fun fact is that my middle name is Joseppa because it's supposed to be. It was supposed to be Joseph, but there is an honest-to-God typo on my birth certificate.
That rules.
Is that true?
Yeah, my little name is legally Joseppa and we didn't find this out until I was 17 years old and applied for a driver's license, because what we found out is that my birth certificate, social security card, and all my other documents don't match. So legally nobody there's no real definitive.
You're off the grid.
I know 3 people who that's happened to.
Oh my god.
I technically am no one. I could be anywhere at any time.
Let me take a moment to round up the points. Currently, Jeff, 0 points. Wheels, 0 points. Marn, 0 points. And Andrew, 20 points.
Squeeze?
Hello?
All right. What was your first job?
Okay, I gotta figure this out.
Just think, the first job you had.
I can hit you.
Take it in. Yeah, hit me.
The first labor I ever did for money is that I dressed up like a cheese coney dog to advertise for the Cincinnati Cyclones / Skyline Chili. They had a shoot hockey goals against the actual hockey players promotion going on. So my buddy Ryan Stapp and I dressed up like chili dogs on the coldest day of that year in Cincinnati and danced around for nobody to show up to this public event. They got canceled about an hour in.
You were chili dogs in 2 different ways.
Absolutely.
Andrew, I'm really sorry to hear that.
Yeah, made $50 and
that you were raised in Cincinnati.
Well, yeah.
Bada bing!
Walked out of there with $50 and $100 in Skyline Chili gift cards.
God, Christ alive! All right, what other labors do we have for money?
I think
we're talking first job, right? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
first job.
Are we talking paying job or stuff that we were technically compensated to do without money?
What comes to your mind when I say, what was your first job?
In middle school, because I was like the one kid in my grade who knew how to like draw, I was enlisted to do face painting at all of the school carnivals, which is like generally compensated with like snacks and stuff, but it really meant that like a lot of little kids just like came up and were like, I want to be Spider-Man, and I just kind of like approximated Spider-Man onto their whole face. They also didn't give me like in-safe paint, they just gave me like Crayola acrylic paint to like paint directly onto people's skin.
That's not.
This doesn't look like Spider-Man. It was in the alt cover.
You have to believe me, okay? This one actually, this is an oldie but a goodie.
Sort of channeling. I'm sort of doing a Rob Liefeld interpretation.
You can hide your hands. That'd be great.
Here's a rock. Just put it right in front of your foot. That would be perfect.
Oh. All right. That's two.
I can go. Oh, go ahead, Jeff.
No, please.
So the first gig I got for money, when I was in high school, I was on the debate team. Big surprises there. But when I graduated, I started assistant coaching and judging high school debate, which essentially meant it was my job as a college student to pick one of two sets of high schoolers to make cry, and then just repeat for like $20 a round. You know what? I made some money.
Yeah, you made it fucking work. Isn't that the important thing?
Didn't mean to. Wasn't my intention, but...
Is that... Do I have everyone's first job, or am I missing somebody?
I had an answer, and then Wheels, your answer made me realize that there's technically a gig I did for money before that is just consider. It's a lot more. It's more. So the story is, one is my freshman year or sophomore year of high school. Some friends of friends came by and asked our lunch table if one of my friends would be like would be a model for their photo shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And the two things about me that I need you to know to understand here is that like I have always been endlessly desperate for attention, which I think will surprise no one on the call. And I have always been about as uncool as I am in this moment. These are the two things you need to understand about me. So when I leap for attention and I'm like, yeah, you can take a picture of me. I love that. That sounds great. I'm then paid $50 to take part in a goth art project photo.
Oh my god!
Where I am like put in like a leather trench coat and told to be an evil preacher, and like I watched them like lay someone on a large log and dip rags in red paint and do like a whipping scene.
Oh
and,
my god!
Like straight up goth art house photography that I have no idea where it ended up living. I never saw any of it, but I was given
troubling.
Like a small amount of money that technically was my first gig, and like I think about.
And it was only a week later that you saw the headlines about all the people that died in that incident.
All right. A week later did I hear about the plot of every horror movie ever.
So I've got the new scores in. We're gonna scale them up. We have Andrew at 20 points, Jeff at 0, Wheels at 15 points, and Marn at 5. So there we go. That's our current list.
Together, whatever it is.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
What was Here's a fun question. Did anyone play an instrument, or what extracurriculars did you do in school? I guess is the better one. Is the wider answer.
I did speech and debate, which basically means that people like Wheels used to make me or a different set of teenagers cry.
Yeah. Sorry, Andrew. If you just spent a little more time on the diss ad, I might have voted for you at the end of the round. But honestly, the first advantage of the affirmative just really outweighed the diss ad and the solvency from the counterplan. So unfortunately, I had to vote for the other team that round.
Actually, I don't know what any of those means because I was in forensics, which is like, if we did speech and debate, but it's artsy? So I did interpretations of literature in front of bored adults who came to judge us.
And you don't like The Mentalist?
That was
yeah,
before the stream. We
different-
can't do callbacks to jokes from before we went live.
Yeah, also different forensics. Not we didn't solve crimes.
All right,
Coming
all
this
right.
summer to CBS All Access.
So extracurriculars. Who else has a story?
I did literary magazine in high school, and I was just thinking about this the other day because we used to send people out, like send the high schoolers out in like groups of 3 to literally like walk up and down the road that our high school was on and go into local businesses and ask them if they would like give us money and sponsor our literary magazine. I was
Did
just
it work?
thinking about that. Yeah, like weirdly, yes. I was thinking about it because I was driving up like the same road. And I was like, it's kind of fucked up that they made us do that when we were like sophomores.
I played trumpet in middle and high school, or no, middle and high school. Yeah. And the first time I ever smelled weed and knew that that's what it was when my jazz instructor in high school told me and a classmate to grab something from his car, and I opened the door and I was hit by the dankest, the skunkiest is probably the better term, just the skunkiest smell. And from then on, you know, now that I live in Canada, I know exactly what I was smelling.
He was trying to see if you were cool.
The answer was no.
So technically, I've never had an I didn't do any extracurriculars in high school or in school. Like the wider answer is that a bunch of them, but the realest answer is, despite my best efforts, I never had them because I managed to be
Only curricular.
not cruelly or directly, but pretty firmly and unmistakably kicked out of many different colleges. I was in the robotics team for about 6 weeks, and then I was in other clubs and like would consistently get the experience of like, so what's the next meeting? Oh, I don't know. We got like a meeting next week, but like it's coming up.
Oh,
But, like,
so they would just like not. They would not tell you
didn't-
when they were meeting.
I didn't think you're allowed to do that to a kid.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
again, if anybody wonders why I am the way that I am, there's a lot of answers.
There's
to
a
that.
lot of formative experiences in there. All right, I've gathered up some of the scores currently. Marn has 46 points. Wheels has 65 points, our current leader. Jeff has 40 points, and bringing up the tail end, Andrew with 25 points.
I improved. That works.
What do we think is going on right now? Each of
Literally
you give
no
me an
idea, but I don't really give. I mean, I'm winning, and I haven't
Yeah.
worried
It's easy to
about it,
not give a
so
shit if you're winning. Thanks, Wheels.
I'm just gonna keep going with my strategy. Yeah.
strategy. Anyone else want to talk about their strategies?
No, because then Wheels will steal it from me.
Yeah.
Actually, the
Wheeling
rule
and
is if you
dealing.
talk about your strategy, I get points. That's how.
Exactly. I'm not playing by those. I'm not playing that game.
All right. So my next question for you is, what is your drink of choice? If you have the option, if you're out hanging out with people, and imagine any drink would be available to you, what would your drink of choice be?
Alcohol or nah?
It's up to you.
Okay.
Ponder, think.
I
See a lot of thoughtful looks.
Well, I was gonna say, I feel like for me it depends if it's like a place with a soda fountain or like a place that makes its own like specialty drink. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like if it's a
Yeah.
place that like they make their own lemonade, like yeah, I'm gonna get lemonade there. I'm not gonna get like a Coke.
I'm not gonna get a Coke. I'm not a freak.
Yeah.
If I had the world's ultimate Pepsi Spire in front of me, you could order whatever drink you wanted. I think my go-to is generally a rum and Coke. Like if I'm out, I'd like a rum and Coke somewhere, or a Blue Moon if they have it on tap or in bottles.
Coke or a Blue Moon. That's Blue Moon is has so many layers to that that statement that fascinate me, but I can't get into it yet.
Oh
So-
God.
vaguely insulted, but okay.
if I'm out and about and I just have like any option available, there's probably three things that I'm defaulting to. Like if I'm drinking a cocktail, I'm gonna get like a margarita. I'll always go for a margarita. It's a classic. If I'm getting a soda, or if it's with a lunch, then my go-to is going to be a diet cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper. Because despite the fact that I feel like Dr. Pepper already has cherry and vanilla in it, the additions of cherry and vanilla into the Diet Dr. Pepper have just created a beverage that, frankly, carries it through the ages. I can't explain it.
More than the sum of its parts.
That's fair. That's fair.
I've
That's
tried
fair.
the non-diet cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper, like the regular one. Unfortunate. Like, take it back, please. I don't want this. And then the third option is, if I am truly indulging in my worst habits, then it is going to be a Mountain Dew Baja Blast margarita. Because you have to know yourself, and you have to understand that we're only bags of meat for so long, and I'm gonna have a good time, not a long time.
For a very long while today, I looked at the store next to my work, and I was like, should I get Mountain Dew to go drink during the stream? Like, should I just give in to my base instincts?
I got a soda stream recently, and never have I felt more profound heartbreak than doing the research and finding that there are distributors that will sell you Mountain Dew Baja Blast syrup, but they won't distribute to the U.S., only to Canada. Which is to say, hey, Wheels,
Come on up, baby.
How do you feel about doing some smuggling for me?
I mean, I could just adopt you into the family, and we could do it legally. Orange juice, final answer.
Orange juice is a good answer.
Marn actually saw me down a full. Like the first thing I did when I showed up for like the 20 minutes that I was on stream the last time we did a stream like this. Right after, I downed an entire glass of orange juice in like a second, and Marn was like,
"Oh my god, I forgot about that."
You really downed that orange juice? Yeah.
Can I tell you about the worst, the grossest drinking decision I've ever made? Because that I still would stand by.
Please.
We went to a breakfast place. A bunch of friends, a friend of mine was moving, and like it was his favorite restaurant. We went to like this brunch place, and like there were 9 or 10 of us. Like it was a big sending off party.
Yeah.
And because of that, and because it was a brunch place, there were several carafes of orange juice around. But I am a particular kind of trash, and I had ordered a Pepsi. And I looked the waitress in the eye, and I was like, I see you have carafes. Can I order a carafe of Pepsi?
Oh my god,
And jokingly is like, I will only do this if you promise to drink the entire carafe of Pepsi. I have never in my life felt worse.
No.
Like
it's Pepsi too. Like Coke is at least less sweet. Pepsi
Yeah.
is so you're in the long haul with the Pepsi
sat in a
challenge.
chair and just like twitched. It was
just kept chugging. Is that drinks from everybody? Did I get everyone on there? All right. In that case, the current layout of the points is Marn at 46, Wheels at 65, Jeff at 42, and Andrew at 35.
Not a lot of change in
Not a lot of change in that one.
here. Yeah.
Not a lot of change in the pack.
So-
Andrew making it come from behind. Oh, yes?
Here's the deal. I think I know what's happening, but if I guess and I'm right, I'm worried that the game ends and we're 20 minutes into the segment.
True.
So I'm going to keep it to
You just gotta
myself.
you just got to take advantage of your knowledge.
Here,
Yeah.
tell you what.
I'm
you
going to do
what,
that thing
DM
where you write down on a piece of paper and
Here,
set it next to you and
well,
prove that
here's-
this is what I
Andrew-
do.
Andrew, DM it to me if you're right. If you're right, Andrew, I'll put a little crown emoji on your screen.
and what I would like you to do, Andrew, is like if you think that you've got it, just play your rules of the game aggressively, and we'll just watch your points pile up.
But maybe it's not that easy. Maybe
I'll
there's
do that
something
to the
it,
best of my ability. Y'all hear that? Make me go up, y'all. What's up, Riley? What's the next question?
The next question is, what's your favorite animal?
Ooh.
Octopus, full stop.
Octopus.
Where'd you go? Where'd O'Hare go?
Wheels has a favorite individual animal.
Yeah.
Which is sorry, Axel. Sorry, my axolotl. Favorite species of animal though, probably Probably barn owl or snowy owl.
Barn owl or snowy owl? That's interesting.
Specifically, my favorite animal is specifically like. It's easy to say Muppet Show era because that feels like a cheat, but I feel like by that point, I feel like like in the movie era, like a lot of the characters had been exaggerated to a certain point, but I just feel like
I'm only just now getting animal.
Yeah. How do you
fuck up?
Does anyone know how to use OBS Ninja? How do we kick someone out of a call?
Gonna block you on Discord. I'm sure it'll have mostly the same effect.
Yeah, it just immediately
For me, at
boots.
least.
The next stream is actually happening next week.
The next stream being the trial of Jeff Storm.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Next Super Secret Game Part 2.
Next May, doing an all, doing a stream that is all a trial. Like, that's fucking genius.
Oh, that's really funny.
Oh shit! Did I get an answer out of everyone for favorite?
No,
Marn?
I didn't say. Jeff Jurel does. My favorite animal is crows because they're really smart and they know how to play with each other and they're just funny little guys. I like to watch them in the wild.
They're just funny little guys. I like to watch them out in the wild. That's all fair. That's all good. All
They
right.
hold grudges too, which is great.
Yeah,
they do
they
hold
do.
grudges, which is something I do like about them.
My dream is to get a bunch of crows to bond with me. Because if they do that, they'll like attack people on command for you.
I
They
mean,
will.
start feeding them and you'll have some friends pretty quick.
I know.
So I did take a look at Andrew, and Andrew's suggestion was close, but no cigar. So I will not be applying the crown to Andrew.
Okay.
We are currently sitting at 66 points for Marn, 69 points for Wheels, 42
Nice.
points for
Nice.
Jeff, and
Nice.
wouldn't you know it, the loser got it wrong, 35 points for Andrew.
That's fine. I'll eat this in.
My next question is simple. What's your favorite time of day?
I'm late night.
You're
Yeah,
late
I'm
night.
a
What
night owl
hours? What hours of late night?
11 to 2.
11 to 2. That's a pretty fucking late night. Martin, did you nod? Like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm a late night person. That's why I literally said, let me host the 11 to 2 block.
Fair.
I'm a stay up
420,
late, wake up
baby.
early,
No.
or wake up late person.
Probably like around like a 1 or 2. I'm an afternooner. It's when I'm actually awake and not yet tired. It's rare you catch me in that state, but if you do, it's probably in the afternoon.
I like a good evening spot. I like a good
Mm-hmm.
the sun is still out in the summer. You've got time left in your day. You're not exhausted. It's prime dinner time, and I am a social eater.
Fair. All right. I'm like a noon to 3 o'clock person. Cause like when it's noon and you realize it's noon, then it's like I still have my whole fucking day ahead of me. Like I still got endless amounts of hours right here.
I didn't know you could answer the questions.
I mean, I am now. That's it. I wanted to share. I thought we were having
Does
a good time here.
does that affect the points?
How many
Let's
points are you
check.
getting for this?
Yeah, do you get points, Riley, for that?
Well,
I'm
you can't change your image to the crown.
I got OBS, baby. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, get him, Riley, Andrew. The one that I like in this moment and only this moment.
I
like
got
that you
35
said
whole points. Thank you very
transparent
much.
Crown, but now you just have an image that has like the Photoshop transparency grid.
Yeah. So we have currently the score layout is 66 points Marn, 89 points Wheels, 69 points Jeff, and 65 points Andrew.
I don't know
Okay.
what I'm doing, but I'm doing okay.
I just need 4 more.
Just need 4 more. Please give Andrew 5 more points. Like that's it. I want to get you 5 more points for this next one. So I need you to give a 5-point answer, Andrew. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Do what I can.
My next question is: do you like flying?
No.
No.
I have the most extreme. Look, I don't want to get political on our streams.
Okay.
I have a
I can't have another one of these window wing diatribes.
Listen. I would love
We
to
are
go
all
on a
aisle
plane.
people here.
I would love to go on a plane and not look out the window and not see a little man in a suit just ripping up the wing.
Goddamn gremlin.
You talk to the stewardess and you say, "There's a thing on the wing," and they're like, "No, there's not a thing on the wing." And then you try to do the reasonable thing, which is shoot it with a gun, and suddenly you're the monster.
And suddenly Rod Serling is talking about considering, if you will.
So my feelings on flying are that, like, in theory, it is the single greatest thing in the world. I love it with all of my heart. It's just that capitalism has rendered the experience of flying to be the most miserable experience that you could. Like, the last time the idea that I can literally, like, broach the heavens and spit in the face of God and be somewhere else in a matter of hours is fucking mind-blowing. The fact that I then have to preface that with 4 hours in the fucking Chicago Midway Airport.
Ooh, Midway in particular will get you.
Like, at a hot dog place that will not make a hot dog Chicago style because they've run out of the ingredients. Like, where there is a fucking gigantic wraparound line for Kenny Rogers chicken. Like, that we have taken an experience that is literally the thing that ancient philosophers wrote about as impossible and made it miserable.
See, I like airports because they're like,
because you're a twisted freak.
It's
I
like
agree with Andrew.
It's like a zone that nothing matters in.
Yeah.
It is. And there's a sense of, like, diplomatic immunity when you're there.
Exactly. I was gonna say it's PvP enabled, but that hasn't been true for a long time. But it's like an airport is a place where, like, my thing is I'm the dad in the jokes that wants to get to the airport 6 hours early for a 2-hour flight.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And my thing is, once I'm in the airport, once I'm in the terminal, the next however long I'm in there, don't matter. Time doesn't exist. I have nothing that I'm accountable for except getting on an airplane in X time. I can hit up a fucking Sparrows. No one's gonna judge me. I can go wherever I want. Like, I can shop.
I can get a drink at the bar at 5 a.m, and that's just gravy, baby.
Yeah, no one's. It'll cost 3 times as much as it should, but you're at an airport. Nobody gives a fuck.
All right, so the current score.
Fuck shit, and it makes me feel sick every time I do it.
I'm a good traveler. I'm just afraid of heights.
I'm also afraid of heights. I do take the window seat, but then I close the window.
No,
it's just like
enjoy
the most
majesty of the air.
The most bastard thing you can do.
No, you get me, Riley.
So,
I've been
I will fully confess.
Yeah.
If you, my friends, anyone on this call were to ask me if I could lift 150 pounds, I will tell you, obviously not. Look at me. If somebody that is trying to gauge if I am an adequate representative for the safety of an environment, it's like, hey, can you manage to lift 150 pounds? I'm like,
there's no way it's there's no way that door is 150
It's a 50 pounds. It's like they ask a number, and I couldn't tell you what that number is because I will.
But it's higher than you feel you're comfortable getting.
Yeah, 100%.
What is that number? What is the number that's like if someone came to you and said, "Can you lift 60 pounds?"
Do we have any flight attendants in the chat?
Well, what's your exactly that much? If someone came to you and said, "Can you lift X pounds?" What's the number that you're just like, "Of course I can," and nothing else?
Probably like 40 feels right. Maybe 35.
Okay.
I have 2 quick things really quickly. I hate to interrupt. I want to give an update on the scores. $86 for Marn. Fuck. 109 points for Wheels, 89 points for Jeff, and 88 points for Andrew.
I'll take it.
The game's up. We're over 3,000.
Hell yeah! There we go.
go.
We're at 30-20 right now.
Riley, you might
Oh,
want to
let's
game down. At
go.
least on my end, it sounds like you're blowing out your mic a tad or two, but that might just be
I
on my end.
probably am. I'm gonna inch that bad boy down a little bit. But yeah, whoopsie poopsie, I did just
$3,000.
ruin the game. But also, hey, we're getting Inscription tomorrow. We hit $3,000. I don't think we got any. What we have to create something for a stretch goal after this.
Okay.
Because
We'll figure it out.
genuinely, I don't know. We're gonna figure something out. Like we are.
Oh, like we have to
hit it
figure out what
extra?
the new stretch goal is. I thought you meant we have to craft something. And I was like, what are we talking about? Okay.
No,
If we-
my
If we get to this number, we will make an art, and it'll just be a stream of all of us being like, "The fuck do we want to make?"
That was 2 blocks ago, Jeff. You missed it.
Yeah, you missed our
Well-
screenplay.
what is the fucking number of what do we make an Extra Life last year total?
2000 something, right? Or hold on, I have it somewhere.
Did we not cross? Have we never crossed 3 before?
We've crossed 3 before.
We've crossed 3. We crossed 3 last time, I think. Hold on.
That's what I
looked it
wanna
over.
know.
How
Hold
do
on, am
points
I
work?
getting points for these questions? Because I'm not going to answer any more if I don't get any points for them.
No, there are no more points on the screen because I fucked it up. Turns out when you're 2 beers in and all you've had is salad to eat, your brain turns to mush.
All right, well, can I know what I was getting points for?
Yeah, you were getting points for people donating. If you look
Oh.
you can look at the stream now. You can see on the screen each person has an amount of number a poll put up next to them.
That's what I said.
No, you did not say that specifically. You were close,
Our
Andrew. I will
points
put the-
nothing, and we're just going off donations.
and donations tied to people. You missed
Well-
that.
No shit!
I actually now support Andrew adding a crown to his own
No,
image.
yeah,
I
yeah,
earned
I would have
this.
awarded
100%.
a crown for that, for sure.
Yeah, no shit, they're
Alright.
tied to
Thanks for-
people.
Wait,
Not
so
tied to... Go ahead. I'm
what
just
you're
going to
telling me is I won because people love me more than the rest of you? That's
That
so
is-
nice! Oh
That
my
is
god!
true. Everyone loves you so much. Oh fuck yes. So that's
Okay,
that's
last
it. But I'm gonna keep asking you questions and
Yeah.
talking to you about stories.
shit.
What is the number that you could lift?
It is so 37, 68, 59 is both the number of pounds I can lift and the number that we hit last year.
yeah, I was gonna say I just found it.
I would, the number that I would lift is that I would turn to whoever looks the liftiest around me and ask them to do it. Boy, I mean, it's gonna be low. Like, if it's for me, it's gonna be real low.
I had to look it up, but I think my answer is 30 pounds because that's how heavy Momo's like things of litter come in, and I carry those.
I mean, it's around there for me. Yeah, it'd probably be around there.
I've never felt stronger. I feel like
I mean, I could probably lift more. I just like that's the amount
I
that I
mean,
know consistently.
yeah,
I
I
feel
would
like
say no if it were
carry.
higher than that. Yeah.
I think I could pick up 120. I think I could do 120 and like hold it comfortably.
I don't know about
That's
hold
like-
it comfortably, but I think I could pull it off.
120 is not much less than me. If
What
that's
did
like
you
a-
say?
I could lift
no,
people pretty
me as
easy.
in my
Oh.
my human form.
Oh, I could feel convinced that I could carry you like a baby angel in my arms
I look
without
forward
an issue.
to it.
That's what this next stretch goal is, an extra life. I will cradle wheels for an hour.
I mean, as long as you fly up here and I don't fly down, we've already gone over that.
Oh fuck. All right, let me throw out another question here because I just like learning more about my friends and their specific tastes and stuff. What's your
Jeff's here,
favorite
too.
band? Yeah, Jeff is my friend. I want to say here on the record, Jeff Stormer is my friend. I love Jeff Stormer.
Thank you.
That's
Riley.
my
I
buddy.
Like you too. You're my friend too.
Now hold on a second. I can't help but notice that specific. You know what? It doesn't matter.
What? Hold on.
So
Let's have this out. Hold on. Now we're getting into the real shit. Now the real game has begun.
Oh God.
the real game is afoot. You'll each notice that there's a gun that has been mailed to you.
It'll probably be a while for me, international shipping and all.
That's understandable. I got it printed from a guy in
you will
Canada.
receive a gun in 4 to 6 weeks.
What is your favorite band? Just genuinely.
Early Modest Mouse for me. It's
That-
hard to beat. Lonesome Crowded West is my favorite record. But there's so much of those early Modest Mouse albums I could just put on. Moon and Antarctica also has a special place in my heart. I love a weird dude who sings weird and says weird things. What can I say? And also just such like interesting rhythmic playing from each member of the band in that era, especially on drums. I really like the
I think that's fair.
drum work in some of those records.
What other answers we got? Favorite band?
Mine changes all the time, Riley.
I know, but you got to pick right now. What's in your heart? What's in your soul?
Can it be a musical
That's
artist and not a band?
It can be, I guess. It's the grand scheme. What music do you like? You point at and go favorite. What feels right in your heart right now?
This is a cheesy answer, but Ben Folds, because I saw him play with the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra and I cried.
Fun.
That's fair. Ben Folds actually ties back to my fucking airplane vibe. When I was
You told me this story, yeah.
When I was a middle schooler, I had my iPod, and I don't know how music got onto there. I think I downloaded
Well,
like
you took a USB cable.
Yeah, you
Plug
plug
it
your.
into the bottom of
But
it.
this
It
is
was
like
actually
music got-
many pins on that cable. It's hard to
It
find
was
those these days.
one of the wide guys. But like I didn't put this song on it. I know I didn't because I never heard it before. But I was sitting in an airport subway, unaccompanied minor, like 16, alone, and Ben Folds' Fred Jones Part 2 starts playing. And I'm like sitting in this subway watching people go by as like the saddest song I've ever heard as a teenager happens. And I had the most like, oh my God, nothing. There's nothing. Moment. It fucked me up. Oh God. What other bands we got? Jeff, Andrew?
I am gonna say They Might Be Giants. I can't think of a single I can't think of an era of They Might Be Giants that I don't love or that didn't mean something deep to me at some point. And like they're all like they've been running for so long, and all those eras are slightly different, but like they're like there's no other band I can think of that has created so much music for so long, and that each individual era like still resonates with me in such a specific way, and like has meant as much to me in such specific moments. That's probably my answer. It's the answer that I keep coming back to. Like, I will have periods where I fall deep in love with a particular music act, but like They Might Be Giants are kind of the constant running in the background.
That's
You
good. That's a
orbit
good
around
answer.
them
Yeah.
in your musical listening, yeah.
I think Half Alive is probably the band that I keep coming back to the most nowadays.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know who that is.
I do not know how to talk about music. They just sound kind of good. They got a nice vibe to them. And I feel like, unlike, I think a lot of people are just like, yeah, this band has meant a lot to me, like growing up and as time has progressed. And there are very few bands that I've like listened to and been like, this is my favorite, that I haven't later looked back and been like, Jesus Christ, that was my favorite. So like, I don't have that same kind of nostalgia for bands, but like, they're the ones I'm listening to the most right now is Half Alive. Like Half Alive, or a band called Crumb I've gotten into lately, or OK Go, I think has been my favorite for the longest time, that is also most recent, that I don't hate now, is a way of putting it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Andrew, have I shown you? I know like the first thing that people think of when they say here OK Go is like the fucking treadmill shit.
Yeah, the treadmill guys, yeah.
Did you know that when I was in high school, I did that for a there was a beauty pageant that happened around the kind of turnabout dance. That like all the
Is that
like
an
the
Ace
homecoming.
Attorney thing?
Yeah, it's an Ace Attorney dance. It's where you go and
Yeah, you
make
got-
fun of a crime. What is a
I know
turnabout
you're not
dance?
gonna know
It's actually a
spree.
JoJo. It's a JoJo dance. Where you're just about to really fuck someone's shit up.
Turnabout, Sadie Hawkins spree, whatever you call it.
Okay.
Okay.
But there was a beauty pageant that happened there that all the homecoming court, all the guys in the homecoming court, and like other guys did, and I came in third place. It's very important to me. But I did it with a group. We, as teenagers, acquired 8 treadmills from throughout the land. Throughout Davenport, like filled up cars with treadmills and got them there and put them out on stage and learned and memorized that dance so we could do it. I think I might have a video.
Know what you did with all those treadmills.
We gave
10
them
minutes
back.
after.
we slowly carried them back to the cars and then we took them back.
Can I give a shout out to probably my legitimate number 2?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. We're in Calvin Ball now.
The other musical artist that like I legitimately am like, this is the thing that has been with me at every point of my journey. I want to give a special shout out to Mr. Weird Alfred Yankovic.
Yes.
Weird Alfred.
First concert I ever went to.
Legitimately the best concert I've ever been to by like,
Never seen him live.
And it's not close. Like it's not close for second.
You got to see him back in the White and Nerdy tour.
I
I
feel
saw
like
him
you can
before
never
that.
predict from studio work how killer a live performance is going to be. There are so many bands that I like, don't even really like the album, and then seeing them live, and I'm like, oh, I get it. I get it.
I see. You rock. I get it. You can play well. You have an energy. It's always the worst when the inverse happens, right? Where I'm like, I can't fucking wait to see this band.
It's
Oh
kind of
my
disappointing.
God.
Yeah, and then it's like,
That's kind of how I felt about Social Distortion. I saw Social Distortion and it broke my fucking heart because like I love Social D as like a punk band because like Mike Ness is just like a cool looking person, but like they did not have energy behind their set in the way that I really wanted them to. Broke my fucking heart. Oh, favorite movie.
Oh,
Do
The
you
Nice
want-
Guys.
Oh yeah, sorry, hold on 1 second. Points 86, 109, 89, 88.
Yeah, but who's winning?
Oh, Wheels at 109 points.
Oh my god.
Now actually instead of
Thank you,
movie,
thank
pitch directly to the audience why they should try to get you to win.
I mean, I don't even have to pitch. I'm already winning. clearly what I'm doing is working.
I won't have it.
Because my parents are watching this.
Oh, that's
Hi.
a good answer. That's a better answer.
Marn's
than mine.
parents, you know what would be a great wedding present is spending all that money instead on donating right now.
No, don't do that.
Donating right now.
My mom did just text me that she donated $20 to me.
Nice.
I
Thanks, Mark's
simply
mom.
feel like
Thank you, Mart's mom.
I tie a lot of my self-worth to external signs of validation, and so like right now
Yeah,
would be a great opportunity to affirm that. I don't.
I think it would mean the most to Jeff. That is fair.
It's true.
You all heard my high school club story. Do you not think I need this right now?
Jeff needs the W, and I'm begging you to give it to him. You have the power in your hands.
What was the question before this? There was something music related, and I had a good answer for it. Something.
It was movie. I said favorite
movie. Do you want like fun answer I usually give, or like I'm a jackass who has a film degree answer, or just both?
I want both. I want your we have 10 minutes to fill answer.
Okay, great. So easy answer, simple answer is Back to the Future. Favorite Hollywood movie. It feels so accidentally perfect. Like Zemeckis knows what he's doing, but there's so many aspects of that movie and its first. Don't really like the third one, but the first two movies, there's so much charm to them. And I could watch them hundreds of times. I've seen them more times than I care to admit. I could repeat every line. So Back to the Future is that movie for me. The movie that I think about and return to, and just like is the most impactful to me is it's a science fiction movie called Stalker. It's a Russian movie, and it's good. If you've seen the George Clooney movie Solaris, that is based on another movie by that director, Andrei Tarkovsky. The original Solaris is also in Russian. Solaris and Stalker are the two sci-fi movies that director Andrei Tarkovsky made. And there's an interview where someone was like, "Why did you go back to sci-fi? I thought you didn't like the because he didn't like Solaris was popular, but he was like, people didn't get it. Like they didn't get it. They didn't like it for the right reasons. So I got to go back and make Stalker and make them like my movie for the right reasons. And Stalker is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. It's amazing. Every shot is a painting, and there's the oh my god, just look up Stalker movie soundtrack later, and you'll be treated to instruments making sounds that you didn't know anything on this human planet could.
Hell yeah. Who else has an answer?
I do. I'm literally looking at the DVD of it right now. My favorite movie is The Nice Guys. It's the best film that Ryan Gosling's ever been in. It's a Shane Black movie about Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe being basically buddy cops. They're both like private eyes in the late 70s, looking for this like teen girl who's disappeared. It is the funniest shit in the world. It's a crime that it never got a sequel. On my birthday 2 years ago, I made a bunch of my friends come over and we like projected it on a screen in my parents' backyard and watched it. It's such a good movie.
I've seen that movie and it fucking rules.
It's so good.
Andrew and Jeff, you have the most contemplative looks on I've ever seen right now.
I'm thinking deep.
I just feel I'm a little bit. Hot Fuzz is funny.
Hot Fuzz is so fucking funny. Great big bushy beard. And I say that all the time. I quote that movie all the time.
No, Hot Fuzz is I don't know how you describe it. It's a fake action movie about two cops, one of whom really loves action movies and wishes he was in one. And the other guy is a by the books cop that does not want to and just wants to be a good policeman who goes to a village where there actually is a shady conspiracy happening.
But the thing that really brings it together is in the third act, the guy who isn't in for the action movies has to become an action movie star, and he starts doing one-liners, and it's incredible. It all comes together.
Yeah. Funniest goddamn thing I've ever seen. It's just a really good, really funny movie.
The two answers that I'm going to give, the one that like I keep coming back to and I keep thinking again, like I think when I think about favorite stuff, I think about the stuff that like year over year I come back to, and I find that it just informs more of my like of what I love in the world. And the thing that I've been realizing is that in the 15 years since it's come out, I don't know that any single piece of entertainment has more shaped the stuff that I enjoy than the 2007 John C. Reilly classic film Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. It is legitimately one of the funniest like parody satire films that I've ever and like the more I think about, like I was thinking about it a lot this week because the trailer for Baz Luhrmann's Elvis came out, and like so many of the beats in that trailer, I was like, Walk Hard like satirize this funnier than a way that like
before it came out.
Like I can't think of a way to like make this funny in a way that like Walk Hard didn't already do 15 years ago. And like
is that movie trying to make it funny? Is that what that movie's trying to do?
Which one, Elvis or Walk Hard?
Elvis
is like a genuine straight, it's like capturing like the like it's like a straightforward like serious biopic, but like so many of the like pieces of cinematic shorthand that they're using are things that Walk Hard like had already like like they're doing the thing where they have the love of his life be like, maybe you should give up this dream, or if you don't love me, like, you know, this fame is consuming you. And I watch that and I just think about like Walk Hard doing that like, and it's a movie that I keep laughing at. And then the other one that I think like, given how much of my life has been studying superheroes as an art form, I legitimately do believe that Into the Spider-Verse is the best single like
really fucking good.
That's fair. I think that's fucking fair.
I've ever watched. Like legitimately, like it captures the thematic things that I find important in the superhero as like a folkloric icon, as like so it hits them in such a way that like I'm just like, this is this is the thing I point to if I have to point out like why I care about superheroes isn't like an artistic thing.
Also looks pretty.
It's
Also, it looked pretty.
It's so. I have not watched it since it was in theater because I'm genuinely like worried about how I will feel watching it like on not the big screen. Like
Like it won't resonate with you as much.
I mean,
like just like the
it's
visuals.
still pretty.
It's the visuals of it, and like the fact that they like painted it with Ben-Day dots to just capture that little bit of like comic book. It's like that
Yeah,
attention
very
to
cool.
detail is so fucking rich and layered that like it drives it like it thrills me.
Not surprisingly, because in the much the way that Jeff resonates with Walk Hard, I resonate with Hot Rod.
You know they came out the same year and both tanked.
That is, they are. Every time I look up Hot Rod and I see that has like a 26 on like critic sites, I'm like, and this is why like critics are awful and suck and dookie from the trash can.
And
I mean, comedy is a really hard. Comedy criticism is not an easy game, let me tell you. But yeah, I mean, so it's like it's really hard with comedies to like be able to just follow a critical consensus for that reason because it's so subjective. Because like a comedy that like awakens someone's soul will probably turn off the other 8 out of 10 people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's fair. I like get that, but it's still like I'm just
I know. Yeah.
Well, and the
Hot Rod has my humor and made my humor.
Yeah, the thing I think about Hot Rod, Riley, I know I've talked to you about this exact thing before, but like, I think that's a lot about Hot Rod because I remember when it came out, like I remember seeing how it was marketed when it came out. And I think that if it had come out like a year and a half later, it would have an entirely different reception. It would have made $10 trillion more at the box office because it came out like in the wake of, Anchorman and Talladega Nights and all the other like Will Ferrell comedies. And they kind of marketed it as such as like, look at this weird man child as he tries to do like adult things. And then like a year after it comes out, Dick in a Box hits. And like Lazy Sunday hits, and I think if that movie had come out like a year later, people would have gone, "Oh, this is the funny guys from Saturday Night Live."
I know him.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things about that movie is the fact that they like originally that script was meant for Will Ferrell, and then they said they had to un-Will Ferrell it to make it for Andy because like they couldn't get Will Ferrell. Anyway, shit fucking rules. Hey, thank you guys for joining me for my super secret game that I spoiled 30 minutes in because I got too excited that we crossed the threshold. This has been a blast. I like talking to my friends about the things they like. It's been a little secret. Like, sometimes you don't tell jokes. Sometimes you just talk shit.
Yeah.
And that's all
And
we
you tell
did.
jokes, though.
And you tell jokes.
We had some laughs along the way. We made some friends.
We did. This is all true.
I do want to echo something from the chat. If you do like hearing us talk about movies, keep an eye on the Moonshot Patreon because we have an idea coming up soon that I think is going to be a lot of fun for a lot of people.
I'm excited about it, yeah.
And
the
that'll
Moonshot
be
Patreon has like a lot of dumb shit on it that I'm really excited.
We're going to be
reveal.
spinning that back up probably like right after this stream. So keep an eye on that.
Probably near immediately. But
I got a pilot going up on the Moonshot Patreon soon too.
That's right, you do, and I'm on it.
That's true. Should I just announce it anyway?
Yeah,
Like,
fuck
okay.
it. Let's go. We're hanging out now. We are in gravy time, and we're halfway through the entire stream as a whole.
Hell
We
yeah!
can just cut the rest of the weekend if we want. Y'all just gonna go home?
Do you know how much work?
We just call it good. Yeah, we did it.
Inscription.
Good job. We did it.
Yeah, bye.
Absolutely not.
Do you know how many cards for inscription I have? Like these are all like, what am I gonna do with these?
And it sucks to be you. We get that.
Yeah, that's why I'm meat.
This is just like Jeff's high school.
No, Riley, we're definitely gonna be doing the rest of the stream. We'll just let you know when that is.
Yeah, we'll let you know
Yeah,
when we're
yeah.
gonna kick it off. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. I'll be sitting here ready.
But my new show, I'll pitch it. So it won't come out publicly until I've done the first. I'm kind of gonna release them in like mini seasons of like 4 or 5 episodes. But I did the pilot as like a proof of concept. I'm gonna be working with an editor for the future ones, but I shoddily put this first pilot together myself. It's a show called Total Depravity, and it's a show about religion. It's called Total Depravity because total depravity is the theological concept. But it is a lighthearted, comedy-forward, educational show about religion and religious history. The pilot is on the pilot has Marn and Jory as guests, and it covers the life of Shabtai Tzvi, who was set up to be the most followed Jewish Messiah claimant since Jesus until he fucked it up very badly in hilarious fashion. So if you want to hear that, that'll be coming up on the Moonshot Patreon soon. And publicly eventually.
Awesome. And that's it, gamers. Like we'll fucking see. We're gonna start with Earworm and got my big paper schedule. We're gonna start with Earworm next, and then after that we got the Princess Bride table read. So stick around, and it's again, we're just playing the fucking hits. It's all good. We keep crushing it, and I love this fucking stream. So thank you all, and have a wonderful one. Ta-ta for now. See you in a bit.
Bye.
See ya.
Thanks for letting me win.